Gentlemen, listen to me carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is not just about sex, it's about power, connection, and the kind of intimacy that makes a woman remember you long after the night is over. Too many men think women only care about size, stamina, or tricks they saw in some adult video. And that's why so many of you end up feeling empty after an encounter. You walk away having performed, but not connected. You've shared your body, but not your soul. And deep down, you know it. The truth is, every woman craves more than friction. She craves presence. She craves a man who makes her feel safe enough to surrender. A man who knows that sex is not just physical. It's emotional, spiritual, and deeply human. And here's the secret most men will never hear. There are two positions that women never joke with. Two positions that unlock her vulnerability, her passion, and her trust. These are not about acrobatics. They are about intimacy. They're about making her feel seen, held, and desired in a way that penetrates far deeper than flesh. If you want to stop being just another man in her past and start being the man she never forgets, you need to understand the heart behind these two positions. Before we even talk about sex positions, let's pause and talk about something far more powerful: presence. Because truth be told, the greatest complaint most women have about men in the bedroom isn't about stamina, isn't about size, and it isn't even about skill. It's about the absence of presence. You see, a woman can tell when you're just going through the motions. She can tell when you're thinking about how you look, how long you'll last, or whether you're performing well enough. And when you're in your head, you're not with her. You're disconnected. You've already lost the moment. Presence means being right there, in her world, in that exact second. It's looking her in the eyes and letting her know, I see you, I feel you. Nothing else matters but this moment we are creating together. When you touch her with presence, she feels it. When you breathe with presence, she relaxes into you. And when you move with presence, she feels safe enough to let go, safe enough to surrender to you fully. Because here's the reality. Women don't surrender their bodies to men they don't trust. They may give you sex, but they won't give you themselves. Presence is what builds that trust. It says, I'm not here just for my release. I'm here to share something with you. Think about it this way: sex without presence is like eating a beautiful meal while scrolling on your phone. You're chewing, but you're not tasting. You're full, but you're not satisfied. That's how most men leave women feeling. Used but not fulfilled. And then they wonder why she pulls away emotionally afterward. But sex with presence, that's different. That's when your eye contact speaks louder than your words. That's when your hands move slowly, deliberately, with intention. That's when every kiss tells her she is more than just a body. She is a woman being truly adored. Presence is not a technique. It's not a move. It's a decision. A decision to step out of your ego and into her world. A decision to stop worrying about performance and start focusing on connection. And once you master this, every position you try afterward, whether simple or adventurous, becomes amplified. Because now, she's not just giving you her body, she's giving you her heart. When most men hear missionary, they roll their eyes. They think it's boring, plain, the vanilla of sex positions. But let me tell you something powerful. What most men dismiss as ordinary is actually one of the most extraordinary positions when you do it with intention. You see, missionary isn't about lying on top of a woman and pumping away until you're done. That's what boys do. A man, especially a high-value man, uses this position to create connection so deep that she will never forget it. Downright, this isn't about penetration. It's about presence, intimacy, and vulnerability. Face to face, body pressed against body, heart against heart. This position gives you access to the things women value most. Your eyes, your touch, your breath. Think about that for a second. When you look directly into her eyes, while you're inside her, you're telling her, I see you. I want you. And I'm not afraid to let you see me too. That's powerful. That's unforgettable. Slow down. Take your time. Use your hands to trace her hair, hold her face, caress her body, whisper something into her ear, not dirty talk that objectifies, but words that affirms. You're mine, you're safe, I love how you feel. These small gestures, paired with steady, controlled movement, turn missionary into a love language. Here's the truth. Women crave emotional safety in sex more than wild positions. And Missionary, reimagined, gives her exactly that. She can wrap her legs around you, pull you closer, surrender her entire weight into you. It makes her feel secure, cherished, and fully desired. What makes this position so powerful is that it's not about showing off. It's about slowing down enough for both of you to truly feel. It's about connection that goes beyond the physical act. And that's what makes it unforgettable. Because a woman may forget how long you lasted, but she will never forget how you made her feel. Gentlemen, if you want to elevate yourself above every man she's ever been with, stop chasing acrobatics and start mastering the fundamentals. Master this position. Master the eye contact, the whispers, the slow rhythm. Because when done with intention, Missionary isn't boring, it's sacred. It's the place where sex becomes intimacy, and intimacy becomes love. Now, let's talk about a position most men underestimate, but every woman secretly treasures: spooning. To the untrained eye, it looks simple. You're behind her, body's close, arms wrapped around her. But the truth is, this position is not about simplicity. It's about vulnerability and power existing in the same moment. Think about it. When a woman turns her back to you and lets you enter her from behind in this intimate way, she's giving you a level of trust that words can't describe. She's exposed. She's vulnerable. And yet, in that same vulnerability, she feels your strength, your dominance, your ability to hold her and protect her. That's a paradox most men never recognize. And it's why spooning, when done with intention, can ignite her emotionally as much as it satisfies her physically. In this position, you're not just penetrating her body, you're enveloping her entire being. Your chest against her back, your breath at her ear, your arms locking her into your embrace. She feels owned yet safe, desired yet protected. It's a powerful message: you are mine, and with me, you are safe. Use this position to do more than just thrust. Kiss her shoulder, bite her neck gently, whisper in her ear. Let her feel your breath, your heartbeat, your warmth. And when you move, let your rhythm shift from gentle to firm, slow to deep, so she feels both your tenderness and your power. Because what women crave is not one or the other. It's both. And here's something most men don't realize: spooning is one of the positions where aftercare begins during the act. You're already holding her, already cradling her. If you tighten your grip, kiss her forehead, or softly rub her skin, you're communicating devotion in the middle of passion. That creates an experience she'll struggle to put into words, but will never forget. Spooning is the perfect balance of dominance and intimacy. It tells her she can give in to her softness without fear, because your strength surrounds her. And when a man gives a woman that gift, safety inside of passion, she will crave him again and again. Gentlemen, don't overlook spooning. Master it. Because it's not just sex, it's a silent conversation that says, I want all of you, not just your body, but your trust, your soul, and your surrender. Gentlemen, let me be brutally honest: most men underestimate the power of their hands. They focus so much on penetration that they forget the rest of a woman's body is an entire map of pleasure waiting to be explored. And here's the truth: sometimes it's not what you do inside her that makes her melt, but what you do around her. Touch is a language. It's how you communicate desire without words. But not all touches are equal. A careless, rushed, distracted touch tells her you're only there for yourself. But a slow, deliberate, intentional touch tells her something completely different: I'm here with you. I want you. Every inch of you matters to me. Think about the last time someone touched you in a way that felt genuine. Whether it was a hug, a pat on the back, or even a hand squeeze. You felt it, didn't you? It lingered. That's because the energy behind a touch speaks louder than the action itself. Now multiply that by 10 when it comes to intimacy. When you're in those positions, face to face in deep connection, or wrapped around her in spooning, your hands should never be idle. Run them through her hair, cradle her face, trace down her arms, squeeze her waist, slide along her thighs. Touch her like she is precious. Because in that moment she is. And here's the secret: mix it up. Use contrast. Gentle caresses followed by firmer grips. Light tracing of your fingertips, then a sudden pull to draw her closer. This variation creates electricity in her body, heightening her anticipation, making every moment unpredictable and unforgettable. Remember, a woman's skin is her largest organ. She feels everything. When you touch her intentionally, her body relaxes, her mind surrenders, and her heart opens. That's when intimacy deepens. That's when she doesn't just feel wanted. She feels cherished. Too many men think dominance is about being rough, but real dominance is about control. Knowing when to be tender, when to be firm, and when to simply hold her still and let her breathe you in. That balance is what separates boys from men. So never underestimate the unspoken language of touch. Because when you master it, you won't just make love to her body. You'll write poetry on her skin. And that poetry, she'll carry it with her long after the night is over. Gentlemen, sex is not a race. It is not about how fast, how hard, or how long you can go. Sex is music, and the greatest lovers are not performers. They are musicians, tuned into the rhythm of a woman's body, her breath, her energy. Most men fail because they move in one gear, either too fast, too slow, or too mechanical. But a woman's body doesn't respond to mechanics. It responds to flow. It responds to rhythm. It responds to the harmony between her breath and yours. Start by paying attention. When you're inside her, don't just move blindly. Listen. Feel her. Notice how her breathing changes when you go deeper. Notice how her body arches when you slow down. Notice when she moans softly versus when she grabs you tighter. These are cues, signals guiding you like a song. Ignore them, and you're just noise. Honor them, and you become her melody. Here's the secret: match her breath first. When she exhales, you exhale. When she inhales sharply, you press deeper. This synchrony creates connection far beyond the physical. It feels like you are moving as one body, one soul, one rhythm. That's when she loses herself in you. Don't be afraid of silence. Sometimes, slowing everything down, pausing mid-stroke, holding her close, breathing together, creates more intensity than 1,000 frantic thrusts. Because in that stillness, she feels your control, your patience, your mastery. And when you pick the pace back up, it feels like a wave crashing over her. Think of rhythm as storytelling. Start slow, build